We are live. We are live. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing good. Got a special guest here with me tonight. Add you back on the live stream. America's Scream Queen, the one and only Linnea Quigley. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great now that I'm on your show.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. Everybody that's watching, y'all be sure to share it up. Leave a comment if you got a question. Let us know. We just here hanging out. Liz says hello. Hello, Liz. We got a few people joining in. So
All right.
with everything with the quarantine and all, what have you been up to? You setting up there? What you been watching on TV?
I started watching Baskets, which is a funny show. I Louis Armstrong plays Jake Jasalapos. I guess that's how you say it, his mother. And it's just really, he has everything bad happen to him, and I love it.
Yeah. Did you ever get into that show Shameless?
No, I
That,
didn't. I'm like, this is the first time I've ever watched really TV, except for crime shows and stuff. I always watch crime shows and Criminal Minds and Forensic Files and, all those
you
shows.
you sound like me. I'm gonna add Mark in here with us. Hey, Mark, welcome.
Hey, hi, Lena.
Where's Mark?
Wait, I'm coming. There I am.
Is he there?
Yeah, can you see him?
No. Where is he?
Oops, she dropped off.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
Oh, another day, another dollar. We're gonna say, Charles, how Sergeant Har, how are you, buddy? I'm doing great. Hope you're doing good, Charles. We got America's Scream Queen. She's gonna be popping on and off. Her internet goes a little bit slow, so that's okay. You know, she's back.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Linnea.
How you doing?
Good. I miss doing Vice Academy movies with you.
We did two or three?
Yeah, we did 3 of them. You were wonderful in those. Rick should do another one. I think it'd be great. You guys got to come back and be like the head of the Vice Academy.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you run it now.
You ever talk to Rick?
All the time.
I haven't talked to him since probably the movies.
I was doing a weapons show in Dallas, and there's a theater. I can't think of the name of the theater, but they wanted to show Vice Academy, they were talking about flying you down and the whole bit. It still might happen. You might get a phone call from these guys, and it's if you're interested in doing it, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Holly Go Frightly said, "Hey, little lady."
The what?
Hey, what
Let me
about
put
what?
on headphones because I'm having trouble hearing you. Hold on.
Okay. So, Mark, tell us, what are these Vice Academy movies about? The Vice movies about?
They're about these vice cops that are misfits, and they go around fighting crime. Linnea, the scene my favorite scene with her was I was a porno director, and she gets hired to do a porno as an undercover cop to bust the porno, and she ends up doing the whole porno and falls in love with the porno star, and arrests him, and ends up seducing him while she's arresting him, handcuffed to the sink. It's a really, it's pretty hot, to be honest with you. I wrote the music for that too, for Vice Academy, and there's like 4 of them all together.
There.
So there's 4 Vice Academies. I'm gonna have a Vice Academy weekend and sit back and just watch it all weekend. One weekend, probably in the next weekend, I'm probably gonna do that.
Cool.
It's
Give me some.
Happy birthday, Linnea.
Thank you. That's so sweet. It was like, you know what, when we did Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, I think it was my birthday too. Like right around it.
That's a fun film. I'm a big Haunted Garage fan, so I love Fly Swatter. I love the. Do you know who I'm talking about? The Dookie Fly Swatter.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
He's cool.
You did Chainsaw with Gunnar Hansen, man. That was fantastic. You brought back the role.
I haven't seen Dookie forever.
Yeah, I saw him the last time they played. I saw him. He was fantastic.
Yeah. So what's the first film y'all worked together on, Mark?
It was Vice Academy 1.
Vice Academy 1.
Yeah.
Sorry about my internet.
That's okay. And everybody watching, share this. If you got a question for America's Scream Queen, drop it in the comments. You were saying you liked true crime stuff. Have you checked out Mindhunters on Netflix?
Yes, that's good. That's
an
really
amazing show. That actor that portrays the Kipper, Ed Kipper, is spot on. Spot on.
Yeah, I like all those shows like that.
You have David says, "Hey, Linda Blair's personal assistant met you at Monster Palooza for the last Savage Street reunion." David says hello.
Oh, hi. That was in LA, right? In Burbank? Or was that the
airport?
One
by the airport.
Oh my God. Wow. That was a while ago.
Linnea, can you still get your workout video, your horror workout video?
She popped off as her internet again. David said, "Yep, that was in LA."
Have you ever seen her horror workout video?
Oh yeah.
Yep, that's really good.
I think we need to resurrect those and have those back out. I mean,
hell yeah, it's fantastic.
It's one of those things that just you never get tired of watching. Even if you're not a big workout person, it's very entertaining.
What about John Landis film, Innocent Blood? Have you ever seen this?
That doesn't ring a bell.
Linnea does a great scene in it where she screams, and I mean it's the epitome of a scream queen.
Yeah, I looked at her. You look at Linnea's IMDb. I think she's got over 200 horror films, at least. It's just nobody around with that type of accolades. Want to know, what's that shirt you wearing there, Mark?
Chris Ott. It's the video, the Friday the 13th video game Chris Ott did.
London 1888.
The best. He's the best.
Yeah, he did a Korn Freddy Krueger mashup.
I saw that. It's badass.
Oh man.
Okay, I am so sorry. This internet sucks, and I've been trying to get a different one, but
that's okay. We survive, adapt, and overcome. That's what the Marines taught me, you know. Mark was asking, can you still get your workout videos?
It's really hard to get. I have like a couple DVDs, but it's very hard to get right now.
I think we should revive those and maybe even do a reality TV show where you're interviewing the next generation Scream Queens for a workout video.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. I like your mind. Great minds think alike.
Yep. We could do it kind of like a, big competition. That'd be fun. I'd watch that all day on Netflix. What do you think, Mark? Would you watch that?
Hell yeah. Was Linnea ever on? They had that show where they had the competition for Scream Queens. Was she ever on it? Do you know?
I don't know. I couldn't get into that much. Holly says Innocent Blood is phenomenal. I forgot she was in it.
Yep, I loved Innocent Blood.
David Primal said, "Do you ever fantasize about being killed? Longtime fan, met you and cast in Orlando last year. And it was a dream come true." This is Chris Ott. Yep, London 1888. I like that shirt. And that Korn Freddy Krueger mashup. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look it up as London 1888. Truly funny shirt. Truly. I mean, you can't beat it. What's up, Norman? Hope everything's doing good. Says, hey, Linnea, see you and your dog soon from Ken. And I think, that's one of the things when you live out, she says she's up in the mountains, is, sometimes you don't have good internet. And it's amazing that there's spots around in the world where you might not have good coverage,
Yeah, I'm bummed about that.
Yeah, what's your favorite film that she was in?
I think it's Innocent Blood. I liked, was it Night of the Demons?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But I think Innocent Blood is by far my favorite. She plays a scream queen in it in a horror film.
That Night of the Demons, she's like, "Stop looking at me."
Yeah, you never look at a lipstick again the same. I was at a Fangoria convention, and one of the makeup artists, a guy named Screaming Mad George, who's crazy than shit, but he's brilliant makeup artist. He was dressed like Linnea from Night of the Demons, and I went into the bathroom, and he was coming out, and I honestly thought I was in the women's restroom, and I'm sorry, and I ran out, and it was him in the men's restroom, but he was dressed exactly like Linnea.
That is so funny. I see a lot of people cosplaying her from Night of the Demon. It's just hilarious.
I'm back.
Hey, we're just talking about Night of the Demon.
What?
Talking about Night of the Demons.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I definitely got a lipstick out of it.
Yeah, I was mentioning that.
Yep.
Can I ask what's your favorite horror film that you're in, Linnea?
That I've done?
Yes.
It's either Return of the Living Dead or Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun to do.
Return of the Living Dead's probably that you were amazing in that. And that was a bodysuit you were in, right? It was like a naked bodysuit.
Yep.
Amazing.
It was fun.
You were so hot in that. Oh my God, it was so good. You should, yeah, it's amazing. I didn't know it was a bodysuit. I bought into it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I had never seen you look like that before, Mark.
You know what? My favorite film is that you're in is, and it's a small part, but you're brilliant. Innocent Blood. I just think you're brilliant in that.
So, Mark, I saw you in a commercial.
Uh-oh. It had to be a while.
It was for life insurance or something like that.
I
think medical.
Yeah.
Wait, you played a doctor.
Yeah. I might not be a doctor one, but I play one on TV. Yeah. It was really low budget. That was a bad one.
It looks like she's having trouble again.
Oh man, it's too bad. I wonder, you guys watching this thing? What's your favorite Linnea film? I'd like to see that pop up.
Jordan says Night of the Demon is one of his favorites.
It's Stigmata Mater by Bauhaus. They play that. It's just brilliant in that.
David Cole was asking, has there been talk of a Savage Streets reunion? Are you down?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely go.
And
that's a disturbing movie, but Linda Blair is so good in it, and everybody is really good in it.
I'd love to see you two together again now. That'd be great. You and Linda Blair.
Yes. It's funny. We're both animal rights
Yeah,
people.
hardcore.
Rescuers.
Holly wanted to know, do you like comedy or horror?
I like comedy horror, believe it or not. That's my favorite because there's so much comedy in horror. You know, when you're scared, you do very comedic things, and I think it's more true.
Well, it's always after some horrible scene, like a horrible death, everyone laughs after they scream. So it kind of makes way for that.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Do you got anything lined up, Linnea? Is there anything happening with you?
Oh my God, yeah. If I have time on here, my God. I'm doing a documentary extras, The Barn 2, Buzzcut, Dead Drop Gorgeous, Last Thanksgiving, my reality show.
Damn it. Wow, she's really busy. I remember because I follow her on her page, and I saw she was like in North Carolina right before the pandemic hit and stuff. But she's working the hell out of it.
Yeah, you got to. I mean,
anyway, Dragonflix with the FLIX.biz, BIZ. And then I'm doing a bio interactive show on there and a reality show. And I do tarot card readings.
What?
And yeah, on the phone.
You should make your own tarot cards. We got to get an artist out there that would do Linnea Quigley tarot cards. That'd be badass. And have like with each one of your characters as the deal. I would buy it. I would love to see that.
Oh, and put wings on me or something.
Hell yeah.
That would be cool. I like that idea. You have a good mind to think of stuff like that. I like that.
You know what I loved that used to wear? It was back in the day, but used to wear a leather jacket that was pleather and a big fake in the back saying, this is not real leather. I love that jacket. I think that looks so cool. You look great in that too.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm a big fan of yours. I always have been.
She cut out. Giovanni says, oh, what tarot cards? Yeah, that's the thing. If you go to Linnea's website, she has a limited amount of tarot card readings that you can purchase on her website.
That's badass.
Where else are you going to get a tarot card reading from America's Scream Queen, such positive energy? And if you want to get it done, you better jump on it right now because I know those things book out quickly.
That is so cool.
I can't do many at a time, too, because it screws with your mind. But, I want to make a shout out to the Ricassos because they have donated to the Sanctuary Rescue, Moulin Rouge.
Wow.
They're in Phelan, California. They're really cool people.
And that's another thing. Tell us about Moulin Rouge. I knew you had a GoFundMe for that, and we'll put a link on the website for people that want to contribute. But tell us about what that is.
About what? I'm sorry?
What Moulin Rouge is.
Oh, Moulin Rouge is where the dogs and cats dance because they're happy because they're going to get a home. It's a rescue, and I have a GoFundMe page on my original Facebook, but I've got right now 5 cats and 14 dogs.
Wow.
It's a lot, and I do it myself.
Wow.
I can't wait to hire somebody to help.
Hell yeah.
I've got a dog trainer.
She's got a dog trainer.
You got a dog, right? I got a rabbit.
Yep. And that's the thing is she's a big advocate of animal rights, and I think that's a good cause. And a lot of times people don't equate horror to animal rights, but horror people tend to be, when they're not trolling each other on the internet, very kind people in person, and very compassionate.
Well, it's funny because I've always said I don't like seeing. I know in Halloween, Michael Myers kills a dog. I don't like to see. I'd much rather see, the bimbo getting her head chopped off than seeing the local dog get killed. I've always hated that in films. I do not like animals getting killed.
Yeah, I was watching. I don't like watching Cannibal Holocaust because of that.
The
He doesn't
damn
really,
turtle. Yeah,
yeah,
I was just gonna say, yeah, I agree.
you know. And then that's like Will Smith's I Am Legend. It's like when they killed the dog in there, and I'm like, why'd you
Heartbreak,
kill the dog?
heartbreaking.
You know. Primal says the Return of the Living Dead easily is his favorite. Linnea is obviously amazing in the film, but everyone in the film did a good job all around, giving it a feel and a fun comedic tone at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of the funniest zombie movies besides obviously Shaun of the Dead. It's just that them yelling in the walkie to send more cops is one of the funniest lines ever in a horror film.
Linnea's back.
I know. I had to go all the way around the block to get in. But I have Ken Atwell, a dog trainer from Iowa, who's lending his services to the Moulin Rouge to help me train dogs and their behaviors so that dogs with bad problems can get homes. That's what he does.
Yeah, me and Mark was just saying when you were gone is I can't stand seeing an animal hurt in a horror movie. I'd much rather see a voluptuous, blonde-haired, gorgeous young lady getting murdered by a serial psychopath than to see a cat or a dog get hurt.
Oh my God.
You know,
You
it's
know
like,
that?
yeah, like I Am Legend. I can't stand that movie because they killed Will Smith's dog. You know?
No, I can't stand that either. It's like if there's any animal cruelty, I won't do the movie or I won't watch the movie because it really, like John Wick, freaked me out.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm so glad that he killed everybody for it. Yep, I agree.
Jay says, "Damn right, killed a bimbo, saved a dog." That'd make a good T-shirt.
That would be a good T-shirt.
Norman says, "This is great. Allowing us to see stars is awesome." You're welcome, Norman. If you got a question, feel free to type it in. Liz says, "Agree." Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
I think Mark's happy tonight that you're all with us.
But John Wick was like, it was so sad and it was awful in the beginning.
Yeah. And them people deserve that for killing his dog. I mean, his dog.
It started off with Old Yeller. Old Yeller destroyed me when I was a little kid.
The third John Wick was good though, because the Dobermans took over, except when the one got shot, I kind of like freaked out, but it was okay.
And see, Callie says she only works out to Linnea's video.
Oh, that's badass.
And George says Night of the Demon had teens, haunted house on Halloween night, and couldn't leave until the end of the night running from Angela Classic Horror. Brian wants to know, Linnea, Brian wants to know, what's your favorite horror movie?
Jaws. That scared me so bad that I don't want to go in the ocean. So it had an impact. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the second.
Yeah, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's good.
Linnea, I live in Huntington Beach, and I used to screw with guys who would go night surfing. And because I love to night surf too, but I had a cassette of Jaws theme song. And while they were surfing out there, I'd blow it off of the speaker. So while they're surfing, they could hear the Jaws theme song to see if I could scare the hell out of them.
Oh, man. I'm so scared of sharks, but I watch Shark Week.
Hell yeah.
It's like, just scare me some more.
Norman said he loves Jaws. I was looking at props one time, and I ran across a replica prop from Night of Return of the Living Dead, and that thing was huge. Where the zombies in the container that spews out the gas.
Oh yeah, the tar
Yeah.
zombie.
They wanted thousands of dollars for that. I was like, holy moly! And it was like a replica.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
A replica shouldn't be that much.
Have you been to Linda's World Heart Ranch? David wanted to ask.
No, I haven't. Is it good?
It should be. We got a place out here in North Carolina. Next time you're out here, we ought to take you. It's an animal sanctuary for farm animals. So they save pigs and horses and cattle and stuff.
I was doing a reality show in the Caribbean side of Mexico, and it was like maybe 2 hours out of Casamar or something like it. But they had a animal rescue for alligators because the alligators would come into town and they would capture them. They didn't want to kill them, so this place was filled with alligators. And what's cool about Mexico is they'll let you go down there with the alligators, and you could actually walk around them. And it was scary as shit, but you know, these giant alligators, you're walking by them being all cautious, and it's just this big place, and you pay to go in there and walk with the alligators. It was badass.
You walked with some alligators.
They're all acting all sleepy, and you're walking by them, and they don't attack you, but because they're well fed. But yeah, you could walk with them, and the lady who runs it at the end, she has like a 3-foot alligator, and its mouth is not taped up or anything, but you have to hold its mouth, and she goes, "Would you like to hold the alligator?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And I'm holding this 3-foot alligator by the mouth, and it just starts whipping around and going crazy. And she's going, "Don't let go of the mouth. I'm not going to let go of the mouth. I'm not going to let go of the mouth." It was scaring the living hell out of me, but I got to hang on to a 3-foot alligator. It was badass.
And this was where? In Mexico?
Yeah, it was in Mexico. I was doing a show called Real Gilligan's Island, and it was just like 2 hours past Cancun, out in the jungles, and they would catch alligators that would wander into town, and they would just have this big reserve for them, and they literally let you walk around them and everything else. It was crazy. Wonderful place, though. That whole area is just so cool.
I'm going to be doing a film in the Carolinas, so maybe I'll see you with Brett Mullen.
Oh, that's awesome. Just let me know. We'll come out there and bring you some vegan food.
Yeah. Oh, my God. That'd be great. That'd be great. You've been a vegan for not that long, and I've been for, oh, my God, 40 years or something.
Wow.
Almost.
Yeah. That's amazing. I think more and more people. I was telling you about it when we were talking. Is Kentucky Fried Chicken's doing that plant-based chicken, and man, that stuff is good. They tested it here in the Carolinas. I wish they'd bring that back.
Oh, they don't have it still?
They just did a test market and they sold out. Everybody was buying the crap out of it.
It's like the Impossible Burgers. Everybody wants it. It's really good. You know, a plant-based hamburger that's really good. I'm all for it.
The plant-based food is really good.
Kylie says, thanks for being a pillar in the Scream Queen community. Truly look up to you. And she says she only works out to your videos.
Oh, I love it.
David said, yes, you should do. She's constantly working to save dogs' lives. Talking about Linda Blair's ranch.
Yeah.
Have you ever worked out to one of her videos?
No, I had one for a while just to watch it because it's Steve Johnson did the effects on it, and it's really good horror effects. It's a fun video just to have on, like around Halloween times, just to play it, just to be trippy.
I think we should make a video of you working out to her video.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. I think so.
I feel like,
Everybody's worked out to mine.
yeah, I think that would be fun.
It
David
would
said
be.
you should visit Linda Blair's ranch. She's constantly working to save dogs' lives. And that's important.
I'm trying to get Linda on my reality show. It looks like Donna Wilkes from Jaws 2, of course,
Wow.
Jaws again, and Angel.
Now, what's your reality show about? Can you tell us more about it?
Oh, yeah. When I
Damn it.
Just when we can't get good.
Yeah, I know. The cliffhanger. Be like a commercial. I worked on Angel. I did second unit on Angel. It was a fun show. David Boreal he's a trip. He's a weirdo, but he's a good guy. And whenever I'd have like a single, oh, here she is.
Hey, David said he's going to tell Linda. I think David's Linda's personal assistant.
Ah,
Oh, good. Tell her to be on the show.
If she gets on the show, we'll do a big coverage and a nice good story about it, and we'll get all the horror groups talking about it. So that's what
I
we'll
like
do.
that idea. I like that idea because she's such a, uh, stout animal activist and saves so many dogs. Why not get on there and save more?
So what's the show about? I'm sorry, it cut out.
The what?
the reality show. What's your reality show about?
It's just about me going different places in my reality, and it was supposed to be only 20 minutes and it became like an hour show, which I didn't know it was going to be. But this will be the second one. The first one aired in May, the beginning of May.
It was okay, so it's like going around with her life and everything like that. That'd be pretty cool to kind of see.
Do you know the name of her show?
When she gets back on, we'll make sure we get that from her.
I was doing Shock 'em Dead with Tracy Lords, and she was working on an ETV thing. Oh, here she comes.
Worse and worse. Oh my God. But it's we did it at the Sheldons up in Wrightwood. It's a bookstore that's haunted.
Oh, badass.
They're cool people because they have rescue animals a lot, and some of them are in their shop. But it's a haunted bookstore, video store, which dates back to the Western days. And there was a madam and two guys there that are ghosts.
Wow.
What's the name of your show?
Yeah, it's like a YouTube, Amazon, oh God, what's the other one? Netflix type show.
What's it called?
It's just Linnea Quigley's reality show, and it's on dragonflix.biz.
Done. I love it. There it is. Snuck it out.
That's good. That's good. And I apologize to everybody. It's Linnea's internet connection. She's in a remote location, but she's still generous enough to take her time out of her day and come and hang out with us and talk with us. And it's always fun.
What I was going to say, see if I could spit this out. Oh, nope.
Oh my God, I feel like I have like a timer on me. I'm talking so fast. It's like the Wizard of Oz where they have the hourglass.
I remember I was doing a Shock 'em Dead, and you came on set for a TV show for ETV. Was it for ETV? You were interviewing it?
Yes.
That was so bizarre. It's such a weird. I remember you came out and Tracy Lord was paranoid of snakes, and I was telling you that every time I came on set, Tracy Lord would freak out because I had a big snake. And when the show wrapped, I told you the story. That I'll tell you guys that story. So when the show wrapped, I was at a movie theater, and some of my friends from Canada was there, and they go, "Oh my God, Tracy Lords is here." And I go, "Yeah, I've worked with her." And they're thinking Tracy Lords porno queen and not an actress. By this time, she'd been doing straight films. And they're like, sure you do. Sure you've worked with her. And I walked up to say hi to her with my friends, and I said, I'm still talking about the ETV thing about Tracy Lords. I had walked up to her in a theater because she was afraid I did the snake wrangling in the movie. And I came to the theater and I said, introduced myself that I'd worked with her. And she goes, oh, okay. And she ran away. And my friends are like, sure, you worked with her. And when we were getting in our car, she came up and she goes, Mark Richardson, right? You're the prop guy. And I go, yeah. She goes, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have acted that way. I'm just so afraid of your big snake. And she got in her car, drove off. And my friends were like, you're a god! You're a god!
That is funny. You snake wrangler, you.
I know. So what was that? That was for ETV or what was that?
Yeah, it was. It was for E. Yep. Your good memory.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yes. Because I did a bunch of those shows at one time, like E and Talk Soup and The Reporters and blah, blah.
All right.
Yeah, she stays busy with the shows like that. I mean, it just keeps going. You see her not slowing down, and I think us as a horror community, we really have to support Linnea when she takes her time to do a project.
I love it.
Hello again.
Hey, now on your new reality show, do you go to a lot of haunted locations?
Do I do what?
Do you go to a lot of haunted locations, or you do just everything? Just because the bookstore was haunted.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's like so cut off now. The internet's gotten worse. It's making you sound like you're underwater and weird. Say it again.
Your reality show, do you go to a lot of haunted locations?
Yeah. Keeping it horror and animal rights. It's kind of horror animal rights type show.
I love it.
So anything that interests me, we do.
Badass. I'm so glad you have that vehicle to do.
That's awesome.
It's a good platform.
And if it cuts off again, and you I guess I was gonna tell her if it keeps cutting off like that, we understand. It's no need to keep putting her through that. But would you go to a haunted location with her?
Hell yeah. I do my taxes with her.
You do what now?
I do my taxes with her. I've always loved Linnea. I think she's wonderful. I think she's a fun actress, and she was wonderful to work with. I loved working with her as an actor.
Now, when you work with her, does she come on set and in the zone, or does she turn it on, turn it off, or?
Those low budget films, especially a Rick Sloan film, it's like a garage sale. You're just kind of there, and nobody has an ego. You're making below minimum wage. Just a lot of fun though. She was wonderful. Although that Ginger Lynn Allen was one of the other stars, and she was wonderful too. Just a blast to work with. It's a really great honor to work with those wonderful people.
Jay says, damn, you don't get any funnier than that. Tracy Lords and the Big Snake Wrangler.
Hell yeah.
Norman says, who do you got coming up next, Sarge? Tomorrow night, we got Michael Berryman from The Hills Have Eyes. Michael's going to be on with us.
I was just watching, do you ever watch Cursed Films on Shudder?
No, it just didn't appeal to me because I don't really want to believe that a film is cursed, because I made a film that's probably cursed if one's cursed.
Yeah, I mean, everybody goes out of the way to say they're not cursed, but Berryman talks about The Crow because he had a huge part in The Crow that got cut out. But he was brilliant, and he's such a good, strong actor, and he's just, I wish he would work a lot more. I really love him.
Yeah, he was telling me we was talking the other day, and Michael was telling me he was I forget the guy's name, Bob Dylan. That's right, Bob Dylan's security guard at the front gate of his house back in the day when Bob Dylan was kicking it off.
What? That's amazing.
Yeah, Michael's got some crazy stories now. He's been to about every concert in the '60s that you could imagine. You know, and I'd have loved to have been back then and get to see the Doors, the Grateful Dead, and stuff like that. But you know, one of the things that's funniest for me with Michael is we have to ask him about this tomorrow. Is that whole chicken fucker scene in Devil's Rejects?
Fucking amazing.
He looks like he's legit mad. There's got to be a story there.
Yeah, I love him. I love him.
Then he was in Weird Science. That was good.
Yep. And you know what I liked about Weird, because he recreated the same role he did in The Hills Have Eyes, and then you had I can't think of the name of the guy, but he recreated the role from Road Warrior, and that's funny because I did Power Rangers with him. I can't think of his name right now because I, unlike you, have been drinking, but I can't remember who's the guy from Road Warriors, guys, the Mohawk guy in Weird Science too. Weird Science had some cool people in it.
Yeah, where they create the girl. Wasn't that Steven Seagal's wife? I forget who she was.
She was smoking hot.
So what you been drinking, Mark?
Red Bull and vodka is my drink for the evening. I've decided I will start drink. Me and our guy Levi. Levi got me drinking, so I'm starting to drink a lot more. It loosens me up, and I don't edit what I'm saying as much. Makes for a more entertaining podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Norman says Mark has a lot of knowledge of the industry. You guys bounce off each other good. We appreciate it, Norman.
Thanks, Norman. It's a great name, Norman. Norman Bates is one of my favorite names.
Mm.
And Liz says, oh, yeah, he was a biker gang leader.
Yeah. I'm going to enjoy screwing you. I'm going to enjoy screwing your sister and beating you up. Oh, that was like desert kickboxer, biker gang leader.
Yeah.
We looked like Mel's Angels, like Melrose Angels, or a bunch of. But there was a guy that kind of looked like a Hills Has Eyes character. Wow, I've got a buzz.
Jay says, that's one of the things I love about you guys. I got Letta Ford fan, Sherry Curry at Mad Monsters.
Hell yeah. The Runaways are brilliant. God damn, I love that band.
So Levi got you drinking. What happened? What were y'all doing? Tell me about it. Y'all out there in LA?
Yeah, I had a couple drinks with Levi.
At a bar or at the house?
At the house. And then I came home and I brought some of the condiments with me. And to be honest with you, I didn't think I was going to get a buzz, but I got a buzz. So
that's a good thing.
A little intoxicated. Did we lose Linnea altogether? Or?
I think we might have, and that's okay. I appreciate Linnea taking the time out of her busy schedule to jump on here with us. I'm looking to make sure I don't have a message from Linnea.
You guys, you want to hear a good behind-the-scenes story?
Of course they do, Mark.
All right. I was doing Hell Comes to Frogtown 2 with Lou Ferrigno. Not to be confused with the brilliant Hell Comes to Frogtown 1 with Rodney Piper. But Lou Ferrigno, I didn't know, is deaf. He reads lips. He can't hear it all. And we're sitting in the hallway, and he's green, and because he's turning into a frog, and he's going, I can't believe I'm turning into a frog. And for some reason, he starts telling us that when he was Lou Ferrigno, he could get any woman he wanted. He'd go to discos, and girls were just climbing all over him. Before he got married, disclaimer, before he got married, he would literally set up time periods for women to come sleep with him in his hotel. And I told him, wouldn't it have been great to bring a girl home and sleep with her, let her fall asleep, and call. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. Who was the star of the Hulk? Help me,
David Banner?
David Banner. But what was the actor's name?
I don't know. I just knew him as David Banner.
Yeah. Well, the actor that played David Banner, if the girl would sleep with him, fall asleep, and wake up with David Banner, and he looked at me like, I didn't know he read lips, but where I was sitting, he couldn't really see me saying this stuff. And my guy sitting next to me goes, "Oh my God, it's been so much fun. If you would have slept with the girl, fall asleep, and when she woke up, it wasn't you, it was David Banner, like he had changed back into David Banner." And he thought that was funny. Obviously, it's not as funny as I thought it was in my head, but it's a true story, folks. Hell Comes to Frogtown 2. Lou Reed.
Hell Comes to Frogtown 2.
What is his name? Come on, folks, help me.
Jay says he's got a poster signed by Sherry Curry, Letta Ford, and Joan Jett. It's a 1978 Armadillo World Headquarters poster out of Texas.
Badass. I never saw that band, but I would have loved to see Runaways. I have all their albums, but never saw them.
Yeah, I got tickets to go see Rammstein in Washington, D.C. this year.
Wow.
Hopefully they do come back and do the show. You never know. I mean, if I'd be excited to see a concert, especially one from a band coming from overseas that hardly ever comes over here. Who's your favorite band, Mark?
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper. Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. One of those things where, it's funny, when I was doing Rob Zombie's Halloween, his daughter had a scene with in the movie, and it was during a book signing scene, and I wore an Alice Cooper shirt that day, and she goes, because I knew Alice was going to be on set, and Rob Zombie at the last second changed the scene, and they got rid of all these books, and I had the book and I wanted to give it to her, but she took off, and I still have Calico Cooper's book. I really wanted to see him there on that set, but I've seen him at a couple concerts. They do a meet and greet, and I come back and see him. He's my all-time favorite performer.
Jay says, "SARS this badass." Sherry says, "I was named after Letta Ford." I was. I guess my favorite would be Jim Morrison and the Doors and 50 Cent. I think I need to go up to New York one weekend for Tycoon Weekend with 50 Cent. He has a huge party up there in New York. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if they let Pig Clowns go, but I'd love to go.
Alice Cooper and Jim Morrison were really good friends, and they used to hang out at a bar down here. And Alice Cooper wrote a song on his Killer album. What's it called?
So Alice Cooper was saying, you just got me with Alice Cooper hanging out with Jim Morrison.
Yep. And could you imagine that? Would be a fly on the wall and watching that. I would have loved to see that. Oh
my goodness! I mean, back then in LA, when you had like Whiskey A Go Go at its prime, you go out and there liable to be Andy Warhol walking down the street, Jim Morrison walking down the street. You liable to see Jimi Hendrix. I mean, that would have been an amazing time. Well, the Rainbow, you'd go into the Rainbow and Jack Nicholson would be there, and all the little glam boys would be there, like Poison and Motley Crue and all those guys. I mean, that was a norm to see those guys, I've been to the Rainbow. That's a pretty good place. It was fantastic back in the day. We ought to go back. Yeah, I got thrown out of the of Gazzari's. It's no longer there. A band was playing one of my songs, and they were videotaping me going up there to sing it. And I was outside being interviewed, and they started the chorus of one of my songs. And I go, I got to go. And the bouncer wouldn't let me in. And they wanted me to pay to go in. I go, no, that's my song. They're playing it right now. Let me go up there. And he goes, no. And so I
ducked underneath him and ran out, and he ran up and ran all the way on stage with me. And I started singing, and he realized that, I was telling the truth. And I did my song, and then I badmouthed Gazzari's, left saying, the bouncers here are dumb shits, blah, blah, blah. And literally, since I stepped off stage, all three of them grabbed me and threw me off the stage, threw me outside. Somebody has that videotape. I'd love to see that.
If y'all got that videotape, upload that on YouTube. I'll give you $10 for the videotape.
I would kill for that one.
I got kicked out of a bar one time in Stavanger, and I think it's Stavanger or Trondheim, Norway. I got real drunk because, their beer over there is stronger than our beer. And I peed in the sink, and apparently they didn't like people peeing in the sink. It was in the bathroom, but the stalls were busy, and I had to go, so I peed in the sink. I guess there's worse things that could happen,
I got thrown out of the Laugh Factory. We were doing Ghoulies Go to College, and they were videotaping a live showing at the Laugh Factory, and we were having a rap party at the same time. And so when you're at a rap party, once you're done with a film, you try to get another job. You're out there, you're hustling to get work, and everybody works in the industry, so everybody is going on to another job, and so you're out there talking and mingling. And they kept telling me I had to be quiet because they were filming the comedians, and the comedians were in the other room. I was being fairly polite, and I said, "This is our rap party. We should be able to talk." And they go, "No, you can't talk." And so finally they came up and they go, "We're going to have to kick you out of the Laugh Factory." And I had a drink and I threw it on the bouncer, and I go, "Okay, I guess I deserve to be thrown out." And they threw me out, and half the rap party was already thrown out. So we kind of had a party outside the Laugh Factory.
Jay was saying one of his best friends was really close with Bill Graham and did a lot of work. So he's got a lot of posters for Fillmore West signed by the bands.
Wow.
Jerry Garcia, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Jefferson Airplane, and the Animals, and a few more. I got to see Jerry Garcia with the Grateful Dead before he passed on. That was a heck of a show, just going in there.
I remember I saw the Grateful Dead, and I thought they were very boring. And I remember telling this girl who was a Deadhead, and I go, kind of boring to me. And she goes, what kind of acid were you on? I go, what kind of what? What kind of acid did you take before you went and saw? I go, I didn't take no acid. And she goes, no wonder.
There you go, Mark. How dare you? How dare you go to a Grateful Dead show and not partake of their recreational condiment fun stuff that they got going on there?
Should have known.
I saw them in Mountain View, California. It was amazing. I mean, I had never seen anything like it.
You ever seen a Guar show? You ever seen Guar?
Yeah, I've seen Guar.
Really? You weren't impressed with him? I love Guar.
They just put on that they look like they should be on the Power Rangers.
That's true. That's very true.
Now I like Danzig. So you like the heavier stuff because you're punk rock.
Yeah. I like Danzig a lot. Danzig shows are very heartfelt. He's very much in love with the audience.
Sherry says, I wish I was alive when Nirvana was at its prime.
Yeah.
I was at Lollapalooza. It was probably the first or second one. I think it was the second one. And, they used to let the crappy bands, the Unheard Ofs, come on during the day. And because it's an all-day event. And they said, we're going to let this band from Seattle come on. They ain't even booked, but we're going to let them play. Welcome Pearl Jam. Ain't nobody heard of Pearl Jam. Man, Eddie Vedder rocked that stage. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's a great band.
But one thing I was going to tell everybody before we go is if you go to Linnea Quigley's website, in her store, she has, for a limited time only, tarot card reading sessions by her by phone. I think it's like 50 or $60. You get a personalized tarot card reading from her.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that. She should do it so they could videotape it on the phone, or at least have part of it. I mean, something like that. I would love to have just a videotape of. It would be brilliant.
That's just would be an amazing experience. I'm thinking of purchasing. Well, have you ever had a tarot card reading?
No, I have a lot of tarot cards, but I've never had a reading.
I've never had a reading either. I'd hate for you know. I don't know what all they do. It could be kind of scary. They start telling up some stuff, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to know my future.
I don't want them to know my past. They can say, "Hey, his body's buried over there." No, it ain't. Ain't nothing buried out there. It's just a horse that died a long time ago of old age. You know, you got all kinds. That's the thing about living on a farm. You got all kinds of stuff buried out there in the field throughout the times. And I was on a farm one time, and you walking through the woods, found like 22 graves. And it's, you know, they were over 150 years old. The farm had been in this guy's family that long, and that's where they buried the people at. So, damn, Sarge, Eddie Vedder tears up a stage, don't he, brother? Yep, he does. He was climbing all around, you know, and I like Slipknot. Do you like Slipknot, Mark?
I love Slipknot. I love them. I think they're
I had tickets to their show.
unbelievable musician.
I had tickets to their show this year, front row seats. I mean, right, the front row right after the pit, and they canceled it.
Wow. You know who's a good show is Insane Clown Posse. I don't know if you know, just because of the clown bit, but it's a good show. I know a lot of people don't like the Juggalos, but there's a reason why they have a following. It's a good show. I was doing a video for them, Night of the Chainsaw, for one of their guys, and so they invited me to come see them, and I was blown away by how good they were. The energy is amazing. Really good show.
Yeah, they have a thing called the Gather. I'm not a Juggalo, but I ain't got nothing against Juggalos.
Yeah.
But some of my Juggalo friends is telling me that I should come out there to that gathering of the Juggalos. I think maybe we need to meet up out there and do some live podcasts, man.
Let's do it.
You know, that would be fun. Jay says Slipknot is off the chain. Saw them with Ozzy. They were main line in the second stage at Ozfest. I'll tell you who I saw there's a club down in Charlotte, North Carolina that we went to. I can't think of the name of it. It's about 1,200 people could fit in there, and I saw Marilyn Manson.
It's a great show. Marilyn Manson's a great performer. I can't believe, you know, I mean, obviously he took from Alice Cooper and stuff, but whatever. He puts on a great show.
I mean, he did like 16, 17 songs. I felt like I got my money's worth. And, you know, it was a small venue, but a big show. And I also I tell you who puts on an amazing show is the D.O.G. himself, Mr. West Coast, Snoop Doggy Dogg. I saw him at the same venue. He's an amazing, amazing, amazing performer. Yeah,
I don't know. I think I told the story before, but my friend who does the hats for Devo, Soda Effects guy, and he invited me to come see Tool and Snoop Dogg and Devo. We ended up being on stage with Devo, but Snoop Dogg's show it was the highlight of the show. He was just so brilliant, so good. There's such a unbelievable calmness to his rap that is just brilliant. I love Snoop Dogg, and he's a good guy too. You know, he out here everybody loves him. Him and Danny Trejo, those kind of characters that, you know, people villainize them, but they're brilliant and they help the community out so much. Snoop Dogg's the man.
Yeah, but he gangster for real though. I like Snoop Dogg because he keeps it 100.
Well, you know, my background punk rock, but my father and I had a pawn shop, and we used to sell cassettes by the rappers because we were right next to Compton, and I was a little white surfer boy, but I loved gangster rap. And my favorite all-time rapper of all time is Eazy-E. I know he had a lot of problems, but my God, his raps were amazing. And people don't realize how much parallel of gangster rap and punk rock collide together. They work so well. That's the reason why Body Count is so good, you know. And I love him. I love that guy.
Straight out of Compton.
Yeah. Little surfer boy out of Compton.
Liz says Non-Point puts on a good show. One time I saw them, the lead singer jump off the stage and broke his ankle, but continued the show.
Wow.
Rammstein is phenomenal. Manson is great. And I like a good show, but I just like, if I go to a show, I like to be up front, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. When I was at that Juggalo show, I ended up, they tossed me because they thought it'd be funny to, their root beer, that Fango or whatever that is. They tossed it to me and I grabbed it. Holy shit. It was like a football game. They just pounced. Everybody just ran and jumped on me, but I hung on to it. I still have that.
Jay says, Mark, to me, Eazy-E set the standard.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, Easy like to ride around in that 6'4".
Jack.
Anyway, shout out to Linnea Quigley for joining us tonight. Appreciate
you, Linnea.
it, Mark. Another amazing time. We're sorry she didn't have a great internet connection tonight. It happens, but we'll continue to have her on as much as she wants to come and hang out.
There's a certain charm to our celebrities coming in and out and in and out. But once again, hey, did you get your package yet?
No, you got to look up the tracking code to that.
I'll give it to you tomorrow. It bums me out. But once again, I just want to say thank you, Sergeant Horror. I really enjoy showing up here and talking. I'm sorry if I'm a little buzzed today, folks. But
you're fine. I enjoy you coming on. It's fun. You never know who you work with and all that. It's fun to get the behind the scenes. You know,
it's funny that I've worked with all these cats.
And they all know you. It's like, you know, it ain't like you worked on them and they're like, Mark who? They're all like, hey, Mark.
Yeah, I'm the Forrest Gump of low-budget horror films.
The Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know who's going to be beheaded and eating the flesh of man.
Well, everybody there, go to our website, get that tarot card reading. I think that'd be an amazing experience. I might even do that and write a story about it. But y'all have a good night. Jay says, one more quick point. When Pantera played Ozfest, the whole crowd started throwing this grass in circles on the lawn, and it's like a hurricane. You had to be there and see it. You know, they have a vulgar display of power, them Pantera guys. You know, they do that. But any last words, Mark?
I want everybody, if you're ever going to die and you have one last breath, I want you to reach out to the last person that you see and tap them and say, you're it.
And with that, this is Sergeant Horror and Mark from Mad Monster, and we're out. Thank y'all for watching the See You Tomorrow Night. Same time, same bat channel with The Hills Have Eyes star Michael Berryman. Y'all have a great night.